The fan event that exposed their real dynamic. The day Freen and Becky stopped being co-stars and became something more. This wasn't just another fan event. This was the moment everything shifted. Not on screen, not in interviews, but right in front of thousands of watching eyes. A moment that peeled back every layer of professionalism, every media-trained smile, every neatly packaged answer, and revealed something real between Freen and Becky. What fans witnessed that day wasn't performance. It wasn't PR. It wasn't acting. It was connection, pure, unfiltered, and unmistakable. This is the full story. The atmosphere changed the second they walked in. People expected excitement. People expected fun. But no one expected the shift in energy that followed Freen and Becky as they stepped onto that stage. The lights were bright, the music was loud, the fans were screaming. Yet somehow, the moment their eyes met, everything else faded. They smiled at the crowd. But they relaxed only when they looked at each other. It was subtle, but fans felt it instantly. Like two people finding the only familiar face in a noisy world. Their body movements were too natural to ignore. They didn't stand still like typical co-stars doing promo. Instead, a Becky drifted closer every time someone called Freen's name. A Freen unconsciously angled her body toward Becky even when answering separate questions. When they laughed, they leaned in at the same angle, like mirrors. Their hands kept brushing, but neither one pulled away. It wasn't staged. It wasn't calculated. It was muscle memory. The comfort of two people who don't have to think before moving toward each other. Becky's protective softness appeared first. A loud noise startled Freen during the early segment. Before staff turned, before the crowd reacted, Becky was already reaching out. Hand hovering protectively, eyes checking Freen's expression. Not dramatic, not exaggerated, just instinct. Freen didn't even look surprised. She simply gave Becky a small nod, a tiny familiar signal meaning I'm okay. That moment alone could have ended the conversation. But then came more. Freen's turn to shield Becky happened faster than anyone expected. Later, a fan jokingly teased Becky about her scenes. The tone was playful, no harm intended. But Freen's reaction, instant. Her posture sharpened. Her gaze drifted to Becky. Her voice lowered slightly when she responded. That protective edge fans know all too well. Not possessive. Not confrontational. Just the kind of quiet, firm presence someone shows when they care deeply. Fans caught it. And they didn't forget. Their inside jokes exposed a relationship that exists off camera. When they were asked a simple question. Who is the funniest between the two of you? Freen didn't answer the fans. She answered Becky. With a look. With a smile. With that tiny eyebrow raise Becky always reacts to. And Becky. She burst into laughter before the mic even reached her. No one else knew what was said. No one else needed to. It was their joke. Their world. Their shared language. Invisible to everyone except them. The moment they forgot the audience was watching. This was the turning point. During a game segment they whispered something to each other. Just a brief exchange. But instead of turning back to the MC or the crowd, they stayed in their own bubble. Laughing, joking, smiling like people who forgot they're on stage. Like two people who only relax in each other's presence. The audience went silent. Not because they didn't know how to react, but because they realized they were witnessing something almost too intimate to interrupt. A moment not meant for fans, but shared anyway. Their natural touches told the story better than words. Not the fan service kind. Not the stage type. This was different. A Becky grabbed Freen's wrist while laughing, a reflex. A Freen's fingers slipped between Becky's hand without hesitation, like it wasn't the first time. They stood so close their shoulders stayed touching longer than necessary. Every time one moved, the other adjusted, unconsciously syncing their bodies. Comfort. Familiarity. Not co-stars. Not colleagues. Something else. The moment of vulnerability that changed everything. Near the end of the event, Becky was asked a personal question that made her shy. Her voice softened and she looked down for a moment. And immediately, Freen reached out and gently touched her arm. She didn't overreact. She didn't steal attention. She didn't make it dramatic. She simply reminded Becky she wasn't alone. The camera zoomed in. Fans saw the way Becky relaxed. And that was when everyone realized. Their dynamic isn't built on chemistry for a show. It's built on trust. When the event ended, their goodbye said everything. They waved to the fans, thanked the staff, and smiled through the flashes. But the real moment happened when they turned back toward each other. A quiet glance. Shared smile. A soft word only they heard. The kind of smile people exchange when they've just gone through something meaningful together. The kind of moment that says, no matter how loud the world gets, it's always us. The aftermath. What fans realized. The event didn't spark theories. Confirmed them. Everything fans sensed. The closeness, the history, the silent conversations became undeniable. Because co-stars don't move like that. Friends don't look at each other like that. Actors don't break walls like that during a public event. What fans witnessed was real, unfiltered, unhidden. A dynamic shaped by time, trust, vulnerability, protection, and something deeper than simple chemistry.